Okay.
We're not live, right?
No live?
Oh, we are live. Our mics are hot.
Mics are hot.
So, when it comes to play-by-play, especially late in the game, just like last game, I'm going to focus on that a little bit more later in the game. Earlier, we can kind of go back and forth a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. No problem. Bueno. And then, same thing in the beginning, I'll tee you up to talk a little bit about Peru, what you saw in the first game. If you have, do you have notes on Pakistan that you want to talk about?
I have some notes, but also I want to add some notes more about Peru and their jerseys, what they represent, and
Oh, that would be great.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I love it.
Because the jersey has a meaning.
Oh, I love it. Okay, good, good, good. So we'll talk about that early in the game. We'll try to get through that stuff early.
Okay.
And then later in the game, instead of doing some of that, what we'll do, we'll try to do more is talk about the players. Like, oh, this person did this early in the game and now they're doing that.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
But it'll be more of the same.
Okay.
But since it's the championship, I just wanted to, and I told you, I know we talked about it before, but I just wanted to say it again, just so we're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm following you. You tell me,
Yeah. Yeah.
when it's okay to talk.
Yeah. I'll either say Claudia, yeah, like I'll tee you up. Dame más gasolina.
So, I have some information about Pakistan, but not as much.
That's okay. That's okay. Again, it's a championship. We can talk more about the game.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
se llenó. There's a lot of people tonight.
There are. Championship.
Yes, championship night. Wow. Ah,
And as they roll up the red carpet, Claudia, we get ready for a championship game. Another championship here in the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup, this time in the men's Division 3. Pakistan playing Peru.
that's right. We saw an amazing matchup between Peru and Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And Peru came big with 1 goal, 8-7. What an amazing matchup.
Very, very good game. We got overtime in that game. 15 goals total, which is a lot. But Erika y Claudia here to call this championship game. And Claudia, special connection for you, I'm sure, with Peru playing.
Totally. This is the first time that Peru is going to be in the Latin Cup, and what an amazing moment for the team and also for the fans to be here supporting their country.
And you mentioned Peru, but it's also the first time for Pakistan as well. And so it's just amazing to see that as these teams are making their debut, they play in the championship against one another. First Nations also made a debut, played for a medal earlier in the women's division. It's good to see the game growing through the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup. Now Pakistan has been the driver of Division 3. They are a fast team, they are a physical team, and they know how to score.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what we have seen in the last matchup with many other teams, especially against Peru. But I gotta say the Peruvian goalie did such a great job, even though Pakistan beat them in that first encounter.
And you said it was all about goaltending. Good goaltending keeps you in a game. As we see Peru just dumps this down. Pakistan skating from left to right in the green sweaters. Peru from right to left in red. Pakistan centering pass, trying to get in front of the net. That one in the slot. Pakistan, they pop out of the zone here and will touch up. Now you have to wonder, with Peru playing earlier, will there be fatigue? They've had a few hours to rest, but you also have to think adrenaline is going to play a role. As Pakistan takes that shot, I think that hit the crossbar. They shoot with just ferocity. This is a strong, fast team, and we saw that Peru was able to play the gritty game against Puerto Rico.
And I could go either way, especially because I'm a big believer that when, I know you're saying, they just play a game, and now they're going to play another game, but sometimes when you're warm up,
Yeah,
it works out better.
that's
And
true.
when you're sitting down, holding, might
That's
go
true.
the other way. So we'll see what happens.
We shall see indeed. 15-minute periods here in the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup, and then we have an intermission where the teams will huddle up. Backhanded shot hits the goaltender and knocked into the corner. Pakistan trying to stay in the zone, but Peru now bringing it the other way. Peru cutting to the left corner, leaves it high in the slot. That shot, and another shot in, save made by Pakistan.
We talk about their goalie, who's being outstanding, and some of the leaders of Pakistan, Bilal Telemakeh, he's one of the leaders in goals, and in Peru, Mark Wernicke, number 27.
Wernicke, one of the brothers. We have several brothers on the ice, right?
Correct.
Correct. Okay, here comes Pakistan now, trying to get through Peru. They get low to the goal line. They like to play low to high and get a centering pass in the slot. There they go in the slot, trying to get something going as Peru now trying to get this going the other way. Sebastian, our star of the game in the game that got them to the championship.
Totally, the young one. It's been doing so well in this tournament. He's only 18.
Wow, 18 and already playing here in the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup so well. And it's so loud in here. You love to hear the fans on both sides cheering on their team as the centering pass gets knocked into the skates, goes into the corner, pops out now. Hepburn trying to get to that, and this will be a penalty.
There's a lot of fans tonight here on both sides. It's packed. The place is amazingly packed, guys. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a big challenge for Peru as we got one man on extra on the other side. So
That's
one
right.
less and
One less,
One
that's
less.
right.
One
They're on
less.
the penalty kill, Peru. Power play here for Pakistan as that goes into the wall behind the goal. And they ring it around the rim, Peru, to clear the zone. They won't have to worry about icing for the next minute 42. Penalty was assessed to Hepburn. Now that's one of their bigger, more physical players, but will be in the box here, and Peru will have to do without him either for 2 minutes or if Pakistan can score on their power play opportunity. That's another thing we talked about earlier offline. Pakistan, a very physical team, and they can bring that out in their opponents, get under their opponent's skin with their physicality and their speed. A shot in and saved by Hokama.
yeah, we talk about these two goalies are really good. And talking about assists, Russell Lavado de Peru, he's been one of the top leaders. And on the other side, Tariq Khan from Pakistan. So, you know, there's like little evenly matching some of these stats.
Yeah, for sure. As you mentioned, Lavado has 5 assists to
Correct.
Khan's 7 assists. So we'll see if they play a factor in this game. Still scoreless, 56 seconds left on this power play. There goes Khan. We just talked about him. He's one of the leaders on this team when things got chippy earlier in this tournament. Go! Wow! We were just talking about Khan.
There you go. Tariq Khan, another, well, he's one of the top leaders on assists, and he scores. And also the points, if you look at the points are kind of close. Salamake from Pakistan, 13 points, and Mark Winnicki, 11 points from Peru.
Yeah, very evenly matched teams, but it is Pakistan that gets on the board first, and they have a power play goal. 1-0 your score. Pakistan leading Peru. The goal goes to Cole Ahmad. Tristan Mughal gets the assist officially, but it was definitely Tariq who got that started for Pakistan.
Totally, yes. We were just talking about that.
We
It
were.
happened.
I know. That's how it goes, even in the first game we called together. That shot deflected into the netting, and so we will get a reset here in the offensive zone. Left dot for Peru. Down 1 goal with 10 minutes left here in the first period. Pakistan controls off the draw, and they are going to try and work through the neutral zone. That's played high. They say play on. Looked like it might have been a high stick by Peru. Pakistan with some speed. Pakistan off angle shot. Gets on net, and they force Okama to make the save.
He is being a spectacular, and talking about heritage and how the jersey of Peru has some unique designs, like the flag. It's got a little bit of the mountains in there. The Chipibo, which is the indigenous tribe of Peru, in it. So you gotta look at it very closely. Like the whole jersey was made for this moment.
With extra care.
Yes.
I love that. All of the jerseys really have a little extra flair, things that are very personal to the countries they're representing, in addition to, of course, the colors. So you love to see that there. And we'll have to get the story about Pakistan. We have more to say about them, but now your goal scorer coming in hot. Or excuse me, he had the primary assist. That was Tristan coming in with speed, number 14 for Pakistan. Coming in offside, this will get pulled into the neutral zone for a face-off. So an interesting story about India and Pakistan is that when India had trouble traveling in, most of them coming in from Toronto and Vancouver, they actually played a scrimmage against Pakistan, Mexico, and Pakistan, and India had trouble traveling in, and so Pakistan stepped up to just give them some repetitions before the tournament. So even though things can get a little spicy on the ice, the fact that we look out for each other at the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup.
Of course, that is so nice. That's the beautiful moments of, helping each other.
Indeed, indeed. And if you want to read more about that, check out William Douglas, goes by Bill Douglas, The Color of Hockey, and his contributions to NHL.com.
And he does amazingly job. All these stories, you guys gotta go and read these unique stories.
Indeed. You talked about uniforms. I got to speak to First Nations and the women's team about their unique uniforms, and more stories up like that on NHL.com because of the work that Bill Douglas is doing. Leon gets this going for Peru. Pakistan takes it away. Things settling in. 8:23 left here in the first frame. Peru stays in the zone. That shot hits bodies in front. Might have sung high over the crossbar either way. Khan below the goal line, trying to get Pakistan out of their defensive end. Good aggressive play by Sebastian Perez. Once again, trying to keep Pakistan in their zone. Pakistan is a fast team, but they have met their match here in Peru, who is just being very aggressive, not giving them a lot of space in the neutral zone. This skies high, brought down by Pakistan. They want a penalty, they won't get one.
Yeah, talking about this roster of Pakistan, the roster has older, seasoned players who know how to manage the game. The focus is on playing smart, patient hockey.
Patient hockey, I like that. And you do see that they use the ice very well, but when they see that they have space, they go. They know the balance between patience and speed. And that's what makes them a lethal team. Peru here will take an offensive face-off. The left circle, left part of your screen. Peru leading 1-0 over Pakistan here early in this first period.
And Pakistan makes very few mistakes, and even when they do, they have the ability to recover quickly, either by tying up defensively or by striking back on the scoreboard. Ensure their balance, resilient, and difficult to break down. So Peru is going to have to try to break this, get through that.
Indeed, indeed.
They're just talking right now, the coach.
Yeah,
just
we don't always get privy on what they're talking about since we're up here. So not exactly sure what the discrepancy is
It seems
here.
like there was a complaint, maybe what you said, there was a penalty possibly, and they're just asking about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I guess we'll try to.
We're just guessing.
Yeah,
we don't know anything.
We don't know because it was
we have no clue.
It was a pretty straightforward play, just a deflected shot that went into the netting, so that would be a reset.
Okay.
But there wasn't any penalty that I was aware of, and I don't think we'll have one. So not exactly sure what the discrepancy was, but we play on. Puck dropped. Pakistan. Craig plays that below the goal line. Trying for a centering pass below the goal line, Peru, but Pakistan gets it going the other way. Pakistan tries on that near side post, just didn't have enough juice. Didn't have enough power on that shot to get past the Peruvian netminder. This is going to go down all the way for a clearance. Should be an icing. And it is. Puck's going to come back down the other way. Offensive draw coming for Pakistan.
This is the penalty minutes, as you can see, is even 14-14. Jesse Caesar, 180 Peru, and Tariq Khan from Pakistan. These two teams are like evenly matched.
That's it. So those are the players that are assessed penalties the most. And that's always interesting to see, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Pakistan trying to work through their offensive zone, but get pushed out by Peru. Played behind the net by the goaltender for Pakistan. Craig gets to this with some speed. Craig coming in on the backhand, goes forehand, but he's taken down. Should be a tripping penalty here, which means that it's another power play coming up. But I don't know. Let's step aside.
Yes.
It looks like they're indicating that we need a trainer for the goaltender who got run over. Incidental contact, but heavy contact all the same. We're going to stay quiet here until we know what's happening. And so, even though the players immediately indicated for a trainer, it looks like Peruvian netminder is going to try to come back. That, of course, is Samuel Ricardo Hokama. And you've talked about Samuel and his also Japanese heritage.
Correct. Yeah, he is, and he's being a spectacular. The best goalie from Peru that I have seen, hands down.
And so we hope that he's okay. Just needed a minute to catch his breath. It was definitely a hard foul because Craig got tripped. And so when he lost his edge, he went right into Hokama. So neither of them at fault there. But it's a penalty against Peru. But speaking of Peru, even though they're shorthanded right now with only 4 skaters, they were able to get a shot on goal here and get an offensive draw. Pakistan on the power play. They're going to take their time and set up below their goal line. Now they see the point of attack that they want. Cross ice pass through the neutral zone. They'll dump that down. And Peru gets this out. And Pelez. Sebastian Pelez with a nice move. A shot! Goal!
And Vicky was part of this goal. She screamed also.
What a play. Short-handed goal gets Peru back on the board. And of course, it's Sebastian.
We just talk about, by the way, I was able to talk to some of his brothers, the Lavado brothers, who actually were born in Philadelphia, and now they live in Peru. It's been 15 years.
Wow.
So they live now. These guys are legit.
That's it. And Sebastian, one of the Pelez brothers that we've seen on the ice here, but he was hands down the best player for Peru. Got the primary assist in that game-winning goal against Puerto Rico to even get to this championship game. And of course, it is once again Pelez, Sebastian, that's able to get the goal for Peru as they get level. And on the penalty kill, they were short-handed, and they still found the back of the net against this very fast, very skilled Pakistani team. Now Pakistan giving up a goal on their own power play. 26 seconds left. That shot just goes wide on Hokama.
That looked like a bullet.
It really did. Shot. Another shot. That's blocked in front. High slot. Goal! Pakistan! It looked like once again it was Tristan Mughal. I think this time he gets the goal. He got the assist on the first goal for Pakistan. Now he's on the board again with his own goal.
That's right. And as you can see, they don't wait. Once they, lose the advantage, they just go after Peru immediately and attack them quickly.
That's it. 4:35 left here in the first period, and we have a 2-1 game in favor of Pakistan. They scored the first goal, and they scored the most recent goal. But to your point, Claudia, what we're seeing is both of these teams, whatever is thrown at them, they just level up their game. They don't get too high. They don't get too low. They just play the hockey game in front of them. And it is Tristan Mughal gets that goal unassisted. Valiant effort there for him to get his team back in the lead. Pakistan now working in their offensive zone again. Trying to get something going here. 4:18 left on the clock.
Some of these skilled players of Pakistan, number 13, number 14, and others who can move the puck well, but with focus and heart to match up, promises to be a good, hard-fought game. They really fight.
And we're seeing that already. We're not even through the first period. Still have a little over a minute left. And both of these teams are giving top effort. And there goes Sevi again. Shot. That is saved. The rebound taken by Pakistan as they start to go the other way.
He's definitely not afraid.
No, not at all. A young player with promise. And here we go. Now Peru trying to get to go the other way. They're going to give it to their goal scorer. Sebastian, he trips up here. he wasn't tripped, but he did fall. And Peru can't keep the zone. They'll have to come all the way out. Both Pelas brothers on the ice now. This comes all the way down. No icing. And you see that it was a hard attack by Pakistan. And then Hepburn, when he saw that his goalie was snowed, meaning that it was a hard stop, and when you shave the ice, they call it snow. When he saw that happening, he pushed him. He kind of mushed him right in the cage. And you can see that the officials, they don't want this game out of hand. So even though in most cases that's a small infraction, they're sending both of them to the box just to nip it. They don't want that. They're setting the tone that they don't want this game to get too chippy.
That's a good point. It's a really good point to do that, because we have seen what happened in that first game, so we don't want a repeat of that.
Exactly.
So, but I feel like both of them
they've
calm.
settled in.
Yeah.
Right. They've settled in. They're playing hockey. They're sticking to what they need to do to win hockey games. But we are going to get another penalty here. And it looks like they call a holding penalty. And this is going to be against Peru.
And the fans are screaming on the other side. We'll see if Peru can bounce back from this penalty. This one is going to be a tough one.
It is. It is Sebastian, one of their best players. They're the best player, arguably, on the Peruvian team, who's in the box now. And so it's a 2-minute minor for Pelas. And Pakistan again on the power play. Now that being said, as we see Khan give it to Mughal, that shot saved. Another shot ricocheted, and this will pop out of the net. We have seen Peru score shorthanded, but now they have one of their best skaters who scored their only goal in the box. Somebody else is going to have to step up for Peru. Khan at the blue line. Switches the attack to the left side. One-timer in front. And just a great pass for a tip. And Pakistan gets a power play goal. And they go up 3-1. You just saw it coming, of course. You saw it coming. You did that to me earlier. My mistake.
We're very excited.
We know that Pelas scored. We know Sebastian scored. We talked about him. That was a mistake.
You can tell, obviously, that he's in the box and immediately they score.
Exactly. So when one of your best skaters is in there, it makes it tough. They also have Hepburn still in the box there. That was the offsetting penalty. Again, the officials trying to make sure that things don't get out of control. So they sent those two players in the box indefinitely. There's no time up there, so we don't know when they're going to come out, but we'll keep you posted. As Pakistan now with a 2-goal lead tries to chip this into their zone. Peru gets to it first.
Look at the numbers. A shot on goal, 3 for Peru, and Pakistan 4. So close.
That shot just goes wide by Peru. Marinho. Shot. That goes into bodies in front, and their sticks get held up. Pakistan, I think they wanted a penalty there, but I didn't see one. We play on. Khan races in on the left side on his backhand, centering pass. Oh, almost got in the slot there. Low on the right, circling around back to the left side. Pakistan showing off their skating skills. Khan with a shot that is saved by Hokama. And this is brought all the way out. 56 seconds left in the first period. 3-1 is your score. Pakistan over Peru in the men's Division III championship of the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup.
Only less than 45 seconds left.
Pakistan.
Peru still have 1 minute in the box.
Shielding the puck. Cross ice pass. Pakistan settles that puck Big save by Hokama. I think if that puck wasn't rolling, that would have been a one-timer and a very difficult save for Hokama to make, as everyone from Pakistan was loaded, overloaded on one side. Good vision there by Pakistan, but they just couldn't get it going. As now Marinho carries for Peru. Peru trying to settle this puck down and enter onside, and they do. Lavado, the brothers, knock into each other.
That can happen anytime in this game.
And the Peruvian fans count down as that will end the first period. 3-1 your score, Pakistan over Peru. What did you see, Claudia, in this first period?
The attack on Pakistan is too much for Peru, but I gotta give credit to the goalie. He's doing a great job. He's, hanging in there, but the attack is just a little bit too much for the Peruvian squad.
It is a lot. Also, discipline.
Yes.
Discipline has been a little bit of an issue. There have been multiple times where Pakistan has had power play opportunities, including, of course, when one of their best players, if not their best players, went into the box. That being said, Peru does have a goal, and they scored that goal on the Pakistani power play. So short-handed goal for Peru, which shows the tenacity and the grit that they can play with.
They're really trying so hard, and like you said, they penalty kill and trying to win this game. But we'll see if the attack of Peru comes back like what we saw against Puerto Rico.
Still plenty of time.
Still plenty of time.
Another 15 minutes on the clock. We stepped aside for 1 minute as the teams recollected, maybe talking about some of the things that we were talking about. And we get ready for this puck drop here. Now skating from left to right will be Peru in the red uniforms, in the red sweaters, as they sometimes are called in hockey. And skating from right to left in the green sweaters will be Pakistan. The period of the long change, because the skaters are going, they have to change from their defensive end opposite of where they're shooting from in this period.
They have built their success on finding the right players. As you said at Pakistan last year, they were mostly just trying to put a roster together. Some of their guys came from club or college hockey, but the overall level wasn't quite there yet. Coming to the Latin Cup changed that.
And that's exactly what this tournament aims to do. As we've seen, Pakistan, they had a cross-ice pass that went into the boards and then still somehow found an odd angle shot that will give them an offensive draw here in the second period, early in the second period. Pakistan trying to swell their lead while Peru is trying to cut it. Pakistan. Ugala working in the offensive, the neutral zone. In the defensive end, Peru will send this all the way down. Icing waved off, so we play on. Cross ice across the boards, or into the boards. Sebastian clears that into the zone, not deep though, into the defensive zone for Pakistan. Pakistan with a shot. That's off the blocker of Hokama.
They definitely have issues keeping the puck on the other side. Peru is having trouble to control the puck and keep it on that side.
Velaz digs this out. What a pass! Brothers know where they're going to be. A blind backhanded pass in the slot for Sebastian, and he had a rocket of a shot that is saved, though, by Pakistan.
It was a great opportunity for Peru to score. The Peruvian brothers, they know each other where to, put themselves in a good position, but
yes,
Pakistan, obviously, with a great goalie at the moment.
Great save. He had eyes on that and saw it the whole way. Now Pakistan coming the other way, and they cut through the defense. Pakistan loses an edge. No penalty. Hops right back up off the ice. I always think that's such a great skill. As Pakistan dancing on the goal line, I think might have hit the post there, but they cannot get past Hokama. Now Sebi coming in. Centering pass. Trying to find, I believe that's Leon.
Nobody was on the other side waiting for the puck.
Pakistan now coming in. Drop that to the left side. Shot. Hokama with a save.
Hokama. What a great save. The score hasn't got out of control, so it's still 3-1. So
still 3-1.
3-1.
A 2-goal lead. That's definitely doable for Peru. They want to keep it here, if not, of course, get some goals here.
And we talk about Peru. One of the first lessons the team has learned is how to manage themselves in intense, passionate games.
Here comes Peru, trying to get some passion going on the scoreboard with another goal here. Down 2 goals to Pakistan, who now enters the zone. They don't have numbers, but they keep the puck. Now taken off the puck by Peru, playing below the goal line.
They have been able to keep their composure, as we can see, stick to their system and apply a little pressure in the right way.
We'll see how this game pans out when it comes to that. We've already had a few penalties, some mild aggravations, but nothing out of control.
No. They have also made clear progress in controlling both neutral zone. That they need to work on that, I think, a little bit more.
As that shot comes in from Pakistan, we get a whistle here, so a penalty coming. And it's going to be against Pakistan. Cross-checking.
It seems like everything is being... The reps are on pulse. Pretty good. This is a good game.
So yes, those shots on goal unofficially, I think they might have them inverted. That's been happening a lot. So our best guess, either way, whoever has 8, whoever has 7, they're close.
It's very, very close, guys. Yes.
It's close. Velas keeping that in, as this is an opportunity shorthanded for Pakistan. Cutting towards that left side wall. Now over to the right, ringing low below the goal line. Peru on a power play, but Pakistan has been able to have some possession here. 1:13 left on the power play for Peru, and 11:16 left in the second period here in this championship game. That's gloves aside.
It has been definitely challenging for the Peruvian squad to go through that defense. Even though Pakistan is missing one guy.
Yes, exactly. And it's all about how you react and respond, right? Penalties are going to be a part of the game. How do you react? Pakistan digging this out, and they tip that up into the offensive zone, or into the neutral zone, excuse me, trying to get Peru out of their offensive zone effectively. Hepburn cycles. That shot paddled away into the corner. In the corner, the teams battled. Velas, nice move there by Sebastian. Good save there. Another save on the ice. And now covering up almost in that reverse starfish. And here we go.
Here it comes.
Here we go. We knew that things could get out of control. They're starting to bubble over now.
I think it could be really frustrating for any player. How many attempts was that at that moment? And they couldn't score. I mean, they had the opportunity.
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating, but that is a part of the game as well, is being able to manage that and manage your temper, manage your body control, because at the end of the day, they call it a penalty for a reason. And if you're not able to manage your emotions and you leave your team shorthanded, you know, sometimes you have to show people. You have to be a little physical. But there's a line, right?
Yes.
Because you also want to be strategic. This is still an early game. It's only a 2-goal game. And you can't get so frustrated that now you're showing your cards to the other team.
There's been a lot of comebacks in this Latin Cup. We've seen it
Yes.
in the last games.
Yes, we have. Wow, I can't believe that wasn't a penalty. They might still call it. Now here we go. Here we go. Behind the play. Behind the play. And that's the right call to make. That's the right call to make. This is going to be against Peru. The two players went down to the ice.
The penalty.
Two players went down. Oh, boy. We might get another one even. Craig here. And Pakistan doesn't like that whistle was blown. They thought they had a breakaway opportunity and maybe about to score a goal.
They're going.
But there's a lot going on here. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's break it down. There was a penalty as Hepburn got tangled up in front of the Peruvian goal. That was absolutely a penalty. Hepburn actually held on to the leg. Can't do that. That's a penalty. But with the delayed penalty call, Pakistan was on the attack. And the way it happens is, once the team that is going to be penalized touches the puck, that's when they blow the puck dead. But what Pakistan is trying to argue is that Peru had not touched the puck, but the whistle was blown. And that then took away a breakaway opportunity where they had numbers and not guaranteed, but their argument is that they had a good chance to get a goal, but the whistle was blown. So I think that's, if I had to interpret body language, not to mention we have the crowd right here around us, I think that's what the Pakistani team is talking about, and the officials are talking to the coaches now. So there was a lot going on. There was some jawing. There was some extracurriculars. There was a penalty. And then maybe, according to Pakistan, and I think they do have a case, I can understand where they're coming from. They think that was an early whistle.
There comes. He's gonna tell us what's going on now.
Well, he won't tell us, but he will tell the benches. He's not going to walk up to the bleachers and tell us, so we're just going to do our best to figure out what he tells everybody else.
Correct.
But here's the thing. Now that the whistle is blown dead, you can't recreate a fast break opportunity.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone. And I think it's good for Pakistan to get some clarification if they felt that that's what happened, because, of course, they don't want it to happen again. But what also is happening is, even though there was a penalty, there was also some extra jawing. So now, actually, instead of a power play, we have two players in the box once again. And, I mean, it might be the same two players that were in there before. Hepburn was definitely there before and a part of the other extracurriculars. And so we'll see who they booked for Pakistan.
And that's a big body.
Exactly.
They know who they can get under their skin. Like, that's a big body that Peru has.
Indeed.
Yes.
And, actually, they get Pakistan for a too many skaters on the ice penalty. So, wow. Even more complexity. That shot in the high slot by Craig, trying to get Pakistan ahead by another goal here. They already lead 3-1. And, of course, it's Sebastian trying to get something going shorthanded. Well, not really shorthanded, because both players have one player in the box. They keep forgetting about the too many skaters penalty. Pakistan dancing with the puck below the goal line. And it's left behind there. Peru with some good attack there. Hard angle shot goes in and saved by Hokama. Peru trying to get this puck out of the zone, but it's all Pakistan right now. Craig pushed off the puck. Good move there defensively by Peru. Craig still has it. Drop pass to Barnwell. Barnwell, that shot blocked in front, now covered up by Hokama. 7:58 left in the second period. 3-1 is your score in favor of Pakistan.
And they really kept that puck for a long time in Peru's zone. And the question is if they can be able to make it back to the other side, because we haven't seen anything from Peru yet.
Not really, not very much. And that's something they're going to have to fix. They have just under 8 minutes in this period, and then, of course, 15 minutes in the third period. So they have time, and you kind of want to see them start to get it together because Pakistan seems to have it figured out. And so as much as you're playing against your opponent, Claudia, you're also playing against yourself and what your capabilities are. As we see now, Pakistan trying to get through this neutral zone. They enter the zone, but immediately give the puck up to Peru, trying to work through the neutral zone. Winnicki drops this down, and Pakistan will cover up and will get a face-off.
They're definitely very quick to recover the puck.
Indeed.
Well, 7:27, and now we'll get a full squat here.
That's right. Wholesale change, as I like to say.
We got some typical music from Peru playing now, and the DJ.
The DJ does a very good job curating the tunes for the game. 7:15 left here in the second period. 3-1 your score. The box is empty, the penalty box that is, for now. We'll see if it stays that way. As you mentioned, the highest penalized players on each team have 14 minutes, penalty minutes. Now that might not seem like a lot, but remember, this isn't an 82-game NHL season. This is a 5 to 7 day tournament. So 14 minutes, yeah, that adds up.
Very quickly. 11 attempts of Peru, if nothing has happened against Pakistan, who has 8 attempts.
That's what unofficially, they have up there. Those are for the live stats. Sometimes we'll see that gets changed after the game. Peru working out of their zone. Cross ice, played along the boards. Pakistan finds it. And now they dump that in for a change. Peru gets this just as far as the neutral zone where Pakistan picks it up.
And as we can see, their strength is on goal. They're very focused on scoring. Talking about somebody in their organization, Donny Khan, the team's organizer, his son is one of the goaltenders. And he's actually,
Centering pass there. Big save by Hokama. And you mentioned Khan. He set up that pass beautifully. The Khan family, as you say, helping organize this team, and you can see the skill that they have on the ice as Khan, Tariq Khan has been involved in a lot of things that go well here for this Pakistani team. Mughal with a shot. That's saved by Hokama.
And Hokama still hanging in there with all many attacks of Pakistan. They combine offensive firepower with defensive responsibility. They take chances when they see them, but always make sure to get back and protect their end of the ice.
And just like that, we get another goal here for Pakistan. You talk about how this team can be responsible, but they also are effective.
And it's 4-1. Pakistan is winning this game.
They are. They get a goal there after what was just a back and forth. Neither team really able to do what they wanted. That's just good defense from both sides. And then things open up for Pakistan, and they're starting to really pull ahead here. Peru has to get things going in a hurry. But we know they can do that. That's what they did against Puerto Rico. They were in a 3-goal hole, and then in the third period, they took over.
That's right. There's still another period left in this game. Of course, we gotta continue talking about this Pakistan team who are doing an amazing job. The strategy focus on getting down low and cycling the puck effectively, and we have seen that.
And here comes Peru. Velaz trying to get something going here. And it's going to take Sebastian getting going. That's exactly how Peru got into the last game. Nazir trying to toe drag that, and both players go hard into the boards.
The game is getting a little bit physical right now as
100%
we're ending
it
this
is.
second period.
And this is what we expected from both of these teams. We knew that it could get physical because that's what happens when you have a big team like Peru and a fast team like Pakistan. You know, an immovable object runs into a fast-moving force, or whatever the phrase is. Of course, I can't remember the phrase right now.
And there's going to be a face-off on the left side.
And they're talking something over again here. Not sure. We should mic up the officials next year for the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup.
We need to do that.
We need to do that. And a turnover here in neutral zone. Pakistan comes with it. That shot just goes wide. Pakistan is on the penalty kill here. So a power play for Peru. They have not found success yet, really.
And they had many opportunities.
On the power play,
yes.
it's shorthanded they scored, but they haven't found success on the power play. Also, they've been penalized more than Pakistan, at least so far. At least I should say, when there's a power play opportunity. And now a breakaway chance for Pakistan. Goal!
And it was obvious. He went flying immediately. There was no way anyone can stop him. They're good skaters.
I told you that's the speed versus the size. And right now, Peru is having a little bit of difficulty with the speed and also with the tenacity of this Pakistani team. They are going to pester you. They are aggressive on the forecheck. They are aggressive on the back check. They are aggressive in the offensive zone, in the defensive zone, in the neutral zone. This Pakistani team never lets up. And Peru can play that way as well. But we saw even in the Puerto Rico game, it took them a little while to get in the groove. So is that what's happening now? We'll see. But you play a dangerous game when you have to take a while to warm up because Pakistan is ready at puck drop.
Totally. And as you see, oh,
wow. Okay, now things are getting out of control. And it's once again Hepburn and Khan involved.
The big guys. The big guys.
Like
the big guys.
You just can't do that. I don't know exactly what set Hepburn off. If it was something that was said or if it was something that was done. But when you take your fist and you swing, that's you can't do that in hockey. You know, they're not gonna tolerate that. It's a minor penalty as of right now. But you gotta believe that even more so, the officials are on notice that this game has the potential to get very ugly.
Yes. So they're very quickly to stop it.
And you saw they didn't wait for the hand to raise and the touch up. They saw it right away, and they handled it right away.
That was Jacob Hepburn with the penalty. A minor, a roughing penalty.
You know, and I honestly think he might be lucky that it's just a roughing because, I mean, he took a swing. It looked like an intentional swing there.
He's definitely a local boy from here, Florida. His grandmother is Peruvian. So, but wow, amazing. The guy is like so tall. I think the biggest one from the whole team.
But now we have something interesting here, and I think they put the penalty on the wrong side. They fixed it now. But just when we talk about Hepburn, another penalty to Pakistan. So even though they have, this is Peru, their big guy in the box, now they have an opportunity, a 4-on-3. And a big save there by Pakistan. But it's going to be 4 skaters for Peru, 3 skaters for Pakistan, as Pakistan now has 2 players in the box. 35 seconds of the 4-on-3, and then we'll go 4-on-4 hockey with each team having 1 player in the box. Off the face-off, Peru at the high slot. Oh, Sebastian couldn't hold on to that one. Rare that we see him with a missed touch. Peru, cross ice, Marinho. That shot blocked in front. 2:45. Oh, and that almost hits our announcer.
Yes.
Heads up.
The fans.
Claudia, you were going to say before that shot came in, I want you to get back to your point. If you remember.
I just wanted to say that obviously with the 4 players right now, they have an opportunity to score, but it seems so difficult. They can break through. We'll see if they'll be able to do this. This is a chance. This is their big chance for Peru at least to
high
score
shot.
this,
That
yes,
one
right
from
up.
Pelez goes wide. Another shot right into the body. And you can see that Peru right off of the face-off. Am I saying it right? Pelez or Pelas? Pelas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pelais.
Pelais.
Yes.
Okay. The brothers.
Yeah. They are really good.
All of the brothers
are really
very good. 10 seconds left here until Pakistan gets 1 player back, and Peleas just overthought that, I think. Was looking ahead and forgot to just do the fundamentals, the basics of getting the puck. Yeah. Marinho now. Marinho has this, and now we have Pakistan back level. 4-on-4 hockey, though, as both teams have a player in the box. That means there's some open ice for these big, fast players to work with. We'll see if it has an advantage for Peru, who has some catching up to do. But you see that Pakistan just good there on the back check. A cross-ice pass. That's a save. Left in the slot, though. And Peru gets back to it. This comes back up to Woznicki. High slot. That shot. And a save. Wow.
That was a great save.
And with players right there, if he didn't make that save, Peru is ready to knock it back into the net. So that's a huge save, not to give up a rebound.
This 4-on-4 is fun to watch.
4-on-4 hockey is chaos, or it can be. We have, they're not exactly at the same time, so it's actually Peru that's going to get a player back before Pakistan. Just a few seconds, but will those seconds matter? We'll see. This is another pass in the slot, but it gets caught in the skates, and now both teams battling for it. Sneaks back behind the goal line, and now this is going to shoot all the way down. But because we have the same amount of players, it's not a true power play or penalty kill, so that will be an icing, and we'll come back here. This is going to be an offensive draw here for Peru. When you are able to take a face-off in your offensive zone, you really want to take advantage of that. A lot of teams will have set plays, or they'll know where they're trying to get the puck, as that was just overskated there by Peru. Along the wall on the left side. That shot. They're trying to go high to low here. They're just not connecting on their passes.
Their passes are not working out. Not the same like
not
the
as
last
earlier.
game. Yes.
Exactly. And that was a backhanded shot saved Nice save there by the Pakistani goaltender.
There's a minute left, minute and 8 seconds of this period, and Peru is trying to get something going right now.
Indeed they are.
The big body is back on the ice.
And Pakistan trying to dig that out behind the Peruvian net. Along the wall here, just below us in front of the Pakistani bench. Almost played with a high stick, but Sebastian holds up. Sebastian looked like he was trying for a wraparound. Also looked like he was complaining, wanted a penalty. A little bit of frustration, I think, from Sebastian in this game. He's not as sharp as he was earlier. Just 30 seconds left here in the second period before we get to our last 15 minutes. And now Khan skating. Khan with some speed. 22 seconds. Khan centers that shot, deflected, and goes into the glass. Pakistan being pushed into the boards here. Peru comes up with it. 10 seconds, and we're still pushing. They're still pushing and shoving behind the play. They're talking about it, and another big hit, and there's nothing. The officials just watching it happen. The officials just watching all of this happen. I'm very surprised because it looked like the officials were going to take control, and now they're just not doing it at all.
How do you figure it out? Because there were so many pushing and pushing. So now they gotta figure it out who's going in the box. Everybody's pushing each other
and
right
they keep
now.
going.
Yeah,
they keep going.
At it.
Well, the officials want no part of it. They're not getting involved at all.
No, there was a lot of shoving and they're trying to figure it out. What These are the moments that it gets exciting with 2 seconds and 2.6 seconds left.
Yeah,
everything
tempers
escalated.
are high. Tempers are high. That's for sure.
Escalated.
And, we'll see what they do here.
Yeah,
there was a lot of action that happened after the whistle behind the play.
They're reviewing probably the video or something behind to see what's...
I don't think we have video replay, but they're talking it over for sure.
The video in their minds.
In their mind. The video that we all play in our mind. That's the problem, though. Not everyone's playing the same movie or the same scene at the same time in the same language, and that's why we have conflicts, right? If only we could all get on the same channel.
It's definitely frustrating for Peru. They had so many opportunities, in power play, and they couldn't take advantage of any of them. So.
And what you said is true. All of this is extra at the end of the day.
Yes.
You have to play the game the way the rules dictate, and you can feel some kind of way about what people say, but when you have your chances, you have to take them. And right now, Pakistan has been able to make the best of their chances, and that's shown on the scoreboard right now. That's not to say that Peru cannot get it done. It's definitely a physical game, but at some point you have to resign yourself to this is how it's going to be. And so I think we're going to have an extended stop. I can't believe sometimes they just let that 2.6 run off. What are we going to get accomplished in 2.6 seconds? Nothing.
Yes, no. Of course
Might
not.
as well just reset, go right into the third period.
Well, we got 2 guys in the boxes, the box. One from Peru and one from Pakistan. So, they're trying to be fair?
I guess so, yeah. And again, I think that, again, they kind of let it play out, let the guys dig their own grave, so to speak, and are like, all right, you want to keep going. We're going to figure out who goes in for how long.
The fans are excited. They got their phones. They're recording everything, every single move. the players are doing. Quite a scene here.
Indeed.
It was the candy power earlier.
The candy power. And there we go. 2.6 seconds comes off the
Okay.
clock quickly. And so we are going to have a minute here. But let's hear from you. What do you make right now of the game, and what does Peru need to do if they want to cut into this 4-goal lead by Pakistan?
Attack. They have to attack. Their attack hasn't been the greatest. They have to break through the whole defense. And also they have to take advantage of those power plays. Every time, they got to score. Those are opportunities, and they're not able to capitalize from those.
No, they're not. I think probably for both teams, and I'm go back and forth on whether I think it's more important for Pakistan just to play a calm game and let it ride out, or if it's more important for Peru to do that. On the one hand, Pakistan, they have a 5-goal lead. Not that they're going to let up, but they can control the game in a different way than what Peru can do. Peru has to play a little more desperate. They can't pass up chances, and they really need to. Some of the passing, some of the handling of the puck.
It's been a problem.
It's been a problem. And it's not that it's a big mistake, but it's big enough that Pakistan will take advantage.
They are very quick. They notice things quickly, especially during those big passes Peru are trying to do. They're just not connecting the dots.
Right. And so those are fixable things. That's the good news. They can fix that. And we saw them do that against Puerto Rico. For Pakistan, again, they do have a 4-goal lead, but this is still a dangerous Peruvian team. I would not take them for granted. And I do think that both teams, for different reasons, need to settle into the game, let the extra stuff go. Because at the end of the day, one team is going to raise the championship trophy.
That's what's important.
That's what's important. That's what the coaches should be saying. That's what the leadership should be saying. And you can see both teams, the leaders on both teams, or at least the level heads from both teams are talking it over. And we saw that happen when things got heightened with these two teams earlier in the tournament. It didn't always work, but at least they tried. They tried to get back to hockey. And, I think that's what we need to see here. Because Peru has a lot. They have to find 4 goals if they want even a chance. And Pakistan has to know that Peru is going to give them everything they've got. And so they can't afford to make mistakes either. And we are back here. AMERIGOL LATAM Cup Men's Division III Hockey in action. We've got offsetting penalties as things continue to get physical between Peru skating in the red sweaters and Pakistan skating in the green sweaters. Pakistan right now, Claudia, with a 4-goal lead as Marinho takes that shot and he saves that to keep the possession for Peru. Those are the kinds of hustle plays that both teams need to see in this third period.
There's going to be a lot of action in this third period, so stay tuned.
Indeed. Back and forth we go here, and now just dumped by Peru so they can get a change. Pakistan trying to send this all the way down, and they call no icing, so we play on. Playing below the goal line, the Peruvian goal line now, where Hokama sits. He got run through earlier, seems to be okay though. Has been great, was great in that Puerto Rico game. Some tough breaks just for Peru overall. As Waniki, toe drag, Waniki, just got taken off the puck.
He loses the puck right there. The defense was waiting.
And they're going to call a penalty. I think they get Pakistan.
As they're trying to defend, obviously he attacked him.
I think they got Pakistan on the hook. So now we will have a power play for Peru. That was one of the things you talked about.
I talk about. Let's see what happens in this one. We want a competitive game. We want to see more.
And off the draw, this is cleared immediately by Pakistan, meaning Peru has to come all the way down to their defensive end. Sebastian carries it below the goal line, now passing out, coming along the left wall. Leon in the corner. Tough for us to see with the sea of Pakistani fans there. As that's kept in, what a great play.
It was.
But now it pops out of the zone, so Peru has to touch up, and they do. Left there for Waniki. Low on the left-hand side. Now up to Waniki again. That fakes the shot. Now they walk in on the right side. Centering pass, an opportunity there, and a big save by Pakistan.
They're trying. They're really, really trying. Push the pressure.
They are. And we heard the crowd roar there as both players got their penalized players from the end of the second period back on the bench. So now we have a 5-on-4 still for another 1:09 here for Peru. Pakistan on the penalty kill here. A pass.
Somebody is behind over there waiting, but nothing happened.
And they're still talking it through. Tempers continue to be high as that was a heavy shot that was in. It looked like there was a glove save, and then the puck dropped out. I don't know if there was a whistle. I certainly didn't hear one. I don't know if that's what the players are talking about, that they felt the Pakistani goaltender maybe had that, and then the puck was knocked out. That's not necessarily what I saw, but it is a little difficult to see. There's a lot of people standing here along the glass, so we missed some things that happened low on the left side, and that's where the puck is right now. We don't exactly know what's happening there. Now we see that Sebastian cuts across to the right side. Now a deflection there by Khan. Khan, he's going to get a penalty there. Oh, no. I thought they might have called him. It looked like he got on the hands, but they were just indicating an offside. The Peruvian fans certainly thought they saw something there, as now Peru trying to dig this out. 25 seconds left here on their power play, and they're still just trying to get back into their offensive zone. But now an opportunity for Pakistan, shorthanded, and a trip, and a goal! And a goal, and more extracurriculars. More extracurriculars. This is getting out of control. There was a tripping penalty, but the puck was right there, so Pakistan did what they were supposed to do. They played to the whistle. They get a goal, so now they're up 5-1, but then there was extra pushing and shoving after that. It doesn't look like the officials are sending anyone from Peru to the box, but the frustration is starting to bubble over in a very noticeable way, and perhaps, Claudia, in a distracting way for Peru.
Totally. I think Peru is losing, is getting frustrated right now as, time is going. They're really trying to find ways how to come back, and it's not working out.
And that's when you have to hunker down. So Pakistan scored on the delayed penalty.
So now it's 6-1.
6-1.
Pakistan winning.
And Clemente trying to get things going. Hands that off to Merino. Peru enters the zone. Cross-ice pass goes into the boards. And you do wonder if the fatigue is also starting to settle in for Peru.
It could be. Like
that shot goes wide by Craig. Craig now on the back check gets it back for Pakistan. Trying for a centering pass. Peru has some work to do with 10:20 left here in the third period. That shot in, saved, and it goes to the corner. Still free in the zone. Icing. And it looks like they're going to give a continuous clock here. They're going to keep the clock running.
Yeah,
so
the clock is going to be running as,
which
I think I believe it's the rule, as Pakistan has already the lead.
you know, and that's something that we see here, but that just means there's even more urgency now for Peru, who does get a shot up off that face-off, but Pakistan now comes the other way. Pakistan. Offside. Craig couldn't keep on side there.
We still gotta say it's a good effort of the Peruvian team as their first time coming to the Latin Cup and, you know, trying to win something here for the first time.
Oh, absolutely. And again, there's still a little over 9 minutes left here, so you never know. It is a lot. It's a lot that they have to get done, but we have to see how it plays out. It only takes about a second or so to score a goal, and they've got 8:50 left here. But the way the game has been going, Peru has to make some changes, and they have to make them fast if they even want a chance, because Pakistan clearly has not let up off the gas. They are still hunting for the puck in the back of the Peruvian net. And that puck knocked down, but a good back check as now Pakistan enters the zone once again. Peru just having difficulty keeping possession. Now off the bench with some speed, fresh legs, but there's nobody else there, just kind of waiting for the rest of the reinforcements. That shot now goes wide. Peru looking for the one-timer, but got there a little bit late. Peru will take this out into the neutral zone, try to settle the rolling puck. It's Sebastian
to handle the puck.
Absolutely blockered away into the corner. And so now Pakistan coming up, cutting into the center of the ice, but they let that go as they go on a change. Peru with a chance here now to settle in, but this goes once again into the zone. They just can't have any possession here. Pakistan is too good swarming them, pressing them high as we see right there. This one gets through, but they don't have enough numbers, and that is going to be an icing.
It's just the same pattern through the whole game. They're control the puck for a little bit, and they're not able to score as Pakistan is a force.
Yes, 7:12 left to figure it out. And, you know, we'll see if Peru can do it.
That would be a goal per minute.
A little less. I mean, if they want 7, sure. They only need another 5 to get to overtime. But I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well get 7, right? If that's the rate you're going, a goal per minute. We'll see if they can do it. Who says no, Claudia? Who says no? Peru, though, working below their goal line. They've got to get things going here. On the left side, we lose them a little bit in that corner. Now the puck circling around to the right end. Peru, they just look a little bit gassed, a little bit fatigued here. Not as sharp as they did earlier, but they had to work hard in that comeback to even get to this game.
I mean,
and
look,
here
look
comes
how
Khan.
he's flying. Number
Just
8.
A smooth skater.
Yes.
But taking off the puck there. Good defensive effort there by Peru. But they get the defensive efforts and they immediately go on a change. You can tell that they're tired. But that change allows Pakistan then to set up. And they're so fast that they can find the smallest space and make Peru pay.
It seems like everything's calm right now with the emotions.
For right now, yes.
That was another pass that was missed one more time as Pakistan is so well to break through all that.
They really do a great job. They're just aggressive. They know that the best way for them to get their offense going is to be aggressive even when they don't have the puck. And if you want to call that defense, if you want to call it forechecking, if you just want to call it smart, that's how Pakistan plays. And Peru, they've been at times overwhelmed by that. But we've seen them break through that as well. So let's see what they have as we get to the 5:05 mark here in the third period. But again, it does look like it's a continuous clock. So time of the essence. really can't waste time. But you see that Peru, they just look gassed. I don't know.
They're very exhausted.
You can tell in how they're
Legs.
skating. And so they're going to rely on their goaltender here to keep things level until they can get fresh legs out there. That means that they're going to have to, though, get into their offensive zone instead of always having to fight on the attack. And you can see it's just a give and go here. Leon trying to find the zone, but he's all by himself.
Yeah,
Everyone else was
nobody
changing.
is waiting to help him.
Everyone else was on the change. Nobody there. And now Sebastian, he's been very frustrated. He looks almost every time down the ice in the last, 10 minutes or so. He's looking, where's my penalty? Where's my penalty? So the frustration is bubbling over.
Yeah, also because, as you see, he's by himself and there's no another forward with him. And those passes, they don't mean anything if you don't have help.
That's right. So Peru is going to have an offensive zone face-off. Clement gets that down, that shot in, and tried to clear, but Richter keeps it in. Now it goes down, and it's a foot race. Pakistan with some speed. Pakistan finds a way to get this puck, but they fall to the ground, so that's played by Hokana. 3:33 left here in the third period. 6-1 your score. Missed on the one-time opportunity. Trying to circle around. That shot goes in. Saved. And we're going to get a whistle. It's going to be a slashing call. It looks like it's going against Pakistan.
Okay, we'll go back to this power play situation.
Exactly. And now it's two players once again in the box for Pakistan. But again,
we had couple of instances like that in this game, and Peru hasn't been able to take advantage. Will finally be the one they can take advantage?
We shall see as Marinho tries to get things set up for Peru. That shot nullified in the slot. That one saved and goes into the netting, so we'll get another offensive draw. That is cleared, and it can go all the way down. And so even though they're on the penalty kill, this might be an advantage for Pakistan because they can just shoot the puck all the way down the ice, and it won't be an icing because they're on the penalty kill. They're already shorthanded here as now Peru trying to get something going. Again, they just shoot that puck down. And because they show some pressure, covered up, but they don't get a whistle. That's very odd. The goaltender definitely covered the puck. I don't know why we didn't get the whistle right away.
There's a minute and 34 seconds left in the game.
I don't know. My math isn't that quick. How many shots per second do they need?
It would be like Rambo.
All right? Like Rambo.
They gotta do it like Rambo.
And you see the Peruvian players asking the crowd to cheer.
Yeah.
Will them on for the next minute 10 here as they're down 5 goals, but on the power play. And the pride for both sides just bubbling over now, even though this game seems to be pretty much in hand. Not seems to be, is, as we have less than a minute now.
Yep.
But can Peru find the back of the net one more time? Otra vez.
Yes.
Here comes Pakistan with speed. Pakistan wide.
Wow. What a save, man. What a save.
Khan now with it again. Khan with a chance. Centering pass blocked. 32 seconds left. It's all Pakistan for this one, but the crowd on both sides is cheering. "20 seconds. "13 seconds. And your champions in Men's Division 3 in the 2025 AMERIGOL LATAM Cup, Pakistan. 6-1 is their score as they defeat Peru for the championship.
What an amazing moment for both teams. Especially for Peru too, because they participated, they tried their best, and had a great effort to compete against a great team like Pakistan.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams should be so proud. The way that Peru came back against Puerto Rico, fantastic. The way that Pakistan played pretty much the whole tournament, phenomenal, amazing. And we hope that we see more from these teams at the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup in the future. But the pride beaming over, regardless of what side you are on, the fans are showing their love.
Yeah, the fans are here.
And so before we close out, and they're going to do the ceremony and give the medals to Peru, Pakistan, and the third place team as well. Before we hop off the mics though, Claudia, anything that you want to say about being able to be on the call for the last two Peru games in this Men's Division 3?
I gotta say, put me on the spot here. Ceviche.
I have to say ceviche. It's time for ceviche. That's what we know. And we will get the handshake line. As spicy as this battle was, there's still lots of respect for the game and for your opponent. And so the teams will shake hands as we go down the line.
The most beautiful moment right now, shaking hands at the end of every hockey game.
And so, Claudia, another good job well done.
Thank you for inviting me again.
Of course, thank you for being here. And that will wrap Men's Division 3, Pakistan, your winners. Stay here for the presentation. We are going to hop off of the microphones, but the cup and the medals are here. Third place will be determined a little bit later. I think that game, I'm not sure actually if that game has happened yet, but either way, the medals for first and second place and the cup for first and second place is what you will see on your screen. For Claudia, Erika El Ayala, thank you for tuning in to the AMERIGOL LATAM Cup. The Division 3 men's bracket is closed with Pakistan at the top, but Peru right there on the podium as well. Congratulations to all of the players, and we will catch you for the next game. injury, especially on an injury. Now, on an injury, it's very important.
Yeah, they made mistakes, and I feel like we gotta like for
Yeah,
those I know
because on an injury, you don't want to try and speculate, and you want to be respectful. Because if someone's really hurt, we don't want to be talking about food or ceviche. You know, you don't want to make